The insane true story of Philip Mangano. Philip F. Mangano was born in November 1947 and currently serves as the President and Chief Executive Officer of the American Roundtable to Abolish Homelessness. Previously, he served as the Executive Director of the United States Interagency Council on Homelessness, which was housed in the White House. Plunge into Philip Mangano's extraordinary universe and see for yourself. I couldn't decide if he was brilliant or deranged. How did one man's bold idea lead to the revolution of an entire market? Trace the winding path he took and decide if he actually defied all odds or was just teetering on the brink of insanity. Get ready to be intrigued by this unbelievable true story that will make you ponder the fine line between genius and madness. Philip F. Mangano, an advocate for the homeless, mesmerized the audience with his illuminating presentation, which shone a light on innovative techniques to solve the critical issues of homelessness. Mangano emphasized, with a commanding presence and deft artistry, the crucial need for complete solutions, highlighting the fact that homelessness is a complicated problem that requires multifaceted measures. Mangano did this by highlighting the critical need for comprehensive solutions. Mangano, drawing on the wealth of experience he has gained over the course of his career, emphasized how important it is for private businesses, nonprofit groups, and government agencies to work together. He presented several instructive examples of productive partnerships that had resulted in observable gains toward the goal of lowering the prevalence of homelessness. Mangano's passionate advocacy for home-first projects struck a chord with many people because he demonstrated how giving people stable homes may act as a foundation upon which they can rebuild their lives. Mangano's eloquence and data-driven insights created a lasting impression throughout his presentation, encouraging a fresh commitment among attendees to work jointly toward innovative, compassionate, and practical solutions for homelessness. Mangano's presentation was a success because it inspired a renewed dedication. The speaker emphasizes with great fervor the significance of combating mental illness and ensuring that everyone has access to housing for themselves and their families. They communicate with unshakable conviction the critical need for a holistic approach to mental health, fighting for more awareness, destigmatization, and access to treatment. Their remarks ring with a sense of urgency as they underscore the importance of recognizing and assisting those who are battling mental health difficulties in order to ensure the well-being of society as a whole. In the same vein, the speaker ardently advocates the cause of housing for all, highlighting the fact that a stable and safe house is a crucial basis for general health and well-being. They argue that the right to affordable housing is more than just a fundamental human right. Rather, it is the foundation upon which communities can thrive and should be given more priority in public policy. The speaker expresses persuasively, with an emphatic tone, that addressing mental health and securing housing for everyone are symbiotic undertakings that are vital to developing a compassionate and resilient society. The speaker emphasizes the importance of ensuring housing for everyone. The success rate in the fight against homelessness has undergone a spectacular change, skyrocketing from a meager 15% to an astonishing 85%, and it is all because of a number of inventive and imaginative initiatives that have been implemented. The age-old dilemma of providing housing for people who do not have homes has been given a fresh lease on life thanks to these initiatives. This significant shift has been brought about by innovative problem-solving strategies that have resulted from the collaboration of public and private sector organizations. The range of techniques that have been taken has been both varied and successful. Some of them include community collaborations that offer chances for skill development and employment, as well as rapid assembly of suitable living spaces that are part of modular housing projects. As a consequence of this, towns and regions that were formerly weighed down by the tragedy of homelessness now find themselves on the cusp of a more promising future. The remarkable success rate of 85% obtained by the group is a monument to the power of imaginative thinking and collaborative dedication in overcoming one of the most important crises facing society. The progress made serves as a testament to this strength. Washington, District of Columbia, has launched an ambitious 10-year strategy with the goal of reducing the number of homeless people living inside its borders as part of a determined effort to solve a major metropolitan crisis. This strategy, which is being supported by a significant investment of $19.2 million, demonstrates the city's commitment to bringing about permanent change for the vulnerable members of its community. The all-encompassing plan incorporates a multi-pronged strategy, which includes outreach, improvements to shelters, and specialized initiatives to assist those in making the move into secure housing. The city's goal is to establish a holistic support network that tackles the numerous issues that contribute to homelessness by encouraging collaboration between government agencies, nonprofit groups, and community partners. This will be accomplished in order to meet this goal. This concentrated effort represents Washington District of Columbia's resolve to effect good transformation in the lives of its homeless inhabitants, and it is one of the reasons why this endeavor has been undertaken. As the plan is implemented over the course of the following decade, its success will not only be evaluated by a reduction in the number of people who are homeless, but also by the restoration of hope and dignity to those who have been marginalized for a very long time. In addition to Seattle, Denver, Portland, St. Louis, Dallas, and Miami, several communities have made notable achievements in combating homelessness by putting in place innovative strategies. The innovative method taken in Seattle combines affordable housing projects with wraparound support services, with the goal of reducing homelessness on the streets. Both Denver's emphasis on quick rehousing and family intervention initiatives, as well as Portland's rent assistance programs and greater investment in shelters, have resulted in considerable reductions in the city's homeless population. The cooperative efforts of the local government and nonprofit organizations in St. Louis have resulted in significant success, while the Housing First model and employment support measures in Dallas have resulted in a reduction in the city's overall homelessness rate. The City of Miami's dedication to the building of affordable housing, as well as programs that focus on targeted outreach, has also demonstrated impressive achievements. These cities are examples of how forward-thinking ideas and comprehensive plans can change the landscape of homelessness, and they offer hope and inspiration to communities around the country. Mangano is a forward-thinking urban planner who fervently promotes the adoption of evidence-driven methods and the modeling of successful metropolitan areas as models to be emulated. Mangano is an ardent believer in the potential of knowledge transfer, and he is a promoter of the idea that prosperous cities carry significant lessons for other cities around the world to learn from. Mangano contends that the strategies that have been successful in affluent urban centers can be applied to other locations to stimulate progress if one studies the successes of prosperous urban areas. The approach that Mangano takes emphasizes a commitment to pragmatism by placing a greater emphasis on the significance of grounded, data-backed procedures as opposed to speculative undertakings. Mangano highlights the potential for transformation that exists when evidence-based strategies are adopted and tailored to suit specific situations. He does this by drawing inspiration from successful urban models. The steadfast direction that Mangano provides encourages towns all over the world to set out on a path of exploration, drawing on the experience of other prosperous cities to develop their own distinctive routes to economic success. Participation can take place in a wide variety of settings, and as a result, communities can undergo a figurative and literal sea change. City planning, a fundamental component of the evolution of cities, is responsible for the formation of environments that promote inclusiveness and well-being. Initiatives such as Housing First give priority to housing as a fundamental human right, and they include communities in the process of eradicating homelessness and the issues that come along with it. Compelled by altruism, the communities of faith open their arms to support social causes, weaving connections that magnify the cumulative effect of their actions. These disparate strands eventually come together to form solution-oriented answers, which create an environment in which creativity can flourish and problems can be solved. Individuals and communities are able to grow a garden of transformation through the use of teamwork and determination, which in turn nurture empathy and empowerment. This symphony of efforts demonstrates that the pursuit of a better world is a melody that is most effective when played in sync by all parties involved. Thanks for watching. For more, kindly subscribe to our channel.